Why does Uranus spin on its side? How could a planet literally fall over, tilt 98 degrees, and keep spinning as if nothing had happened? Among all the worlds that orbit our Sun, there is none quite like Uranus, a blue, frozen giant that defies the rules of planetary science and challenges our understanding of how solar systems are born. This is the story of a world so distant and so mysterious that it almost seems unreal. And yet, its strange beauty hides secrets that reach to the very beginning of time. At first glance, Uranus appears calm, a smooth, turquoise sphere drifting silently through the darkness. But that serenity is an illusion. Beneath its clouds, violent storms rage at speeds over 900 kilometers per hour. Its atmosphere is made of hydrogen, helium, and methane gas. It's methane that absorbs red light and reflects blue, painting the planet with that ghostly aqua glow that seems almost too perfect to be real. Billions of years ago, something unimaginable happened here. A collision, a cosmic accident so enormous that it forever changed the face of Uranus. Scientists believe that a planet-sized body struck Uranus at an angle, knocking it onto its side. Ever since, it has rolled around the Sun like a marble on its edge, its poles pointing almost directly toward the stars. That impact may have changed more than just its rotation. It could have rearranged its interior, fractured its core, and shaped the world we see today. Despite its distance, Uranus has rings, thin, dark, and delicate. They are not grand and bright like Saturn's. They are quiet, narrow, and nearly invisible, composed of dust, ice, and shattered rock. They reflect only a whisper of sunlight, forming a dim halo that circles a world lost in twilight. A single day on Uranus lasts 17 hours, but its seasons, they last decades. Because the planet is tipped over, each pole spends 42 years in sunlight, followed by 42 years in darkness. Imagine half a lifetime of endless day, and then half a lifetime of night. Deep beneath those serene clouds lies an alien ocean of unimaginable pressure. Water, ammonia, and methane are compressed into superheated ices, not solid, not liquid, something in between. In these depths, where the pressure is millions of times greater than Earth's, scientists believe diamonds may literally fall from the sky. Lightning splits methane molecules, freeing carbon atoms that crystallize and drift downward like glittering snow, until they melt again, thousands of kilometers below. An endless, sparkling rain of diamonds. But Uranus is not just cold. It's the coldest planet we've ever found. Temperatures plunge to minus 224 degrees Celsius, making it even colder than Neptune, though it's closer to the Sun. Why? That question remains unanswered. Perhaps the ancient collision stripped away its inner heat, leaving the planet frozen, silent, and still. Orbiting Uranus are 27 moons, each named after characters from Shakespeare and Alexander Pope. Titania and Oberon, majestic and distant. Ariel and Umbriel, smaller, darker, scarred by time. And Miranda, a fractured jewel among moons. Its surface is torn apart by cliffs 20 kilometers high and valleys deeper than the Grand Canyon. It looks as though it was once destroyed and then reassembled, a cosmic mosaic of broken worlds, In January 1986, Voyager 2 became the first and only spacecraft ever to visit Uranus. It revealed a world unlike any we had imagined, a pale, featureless sphere surrounded by faint rings and strange magnetic fields. Its instruments found that Uranus's magnetic field is tilted and displaced far from the planet's center, twisting unpredictably through space. Auroras dance chaotically across its poles, flashing in places no one expected. Voyager 2 also discovered that Uranus gives off almost no internal heat, a mystery still unsolved. Every other giant planet radiates warmth from within, but Uranus does not. It's as if its heart has gone quiet, frozen from the inside out. Its orbit around the Sun takes 84 Earth years to complete, 1 year for us, 1 lifetime for Uranus. Half that time, one hemisphere basks in light, the other sinks into darkness. It is a world where time itself seems to move slower, stretched and distorted by distance and cold. 4.5 billion years ago, Uranus was born from the same cloud of gas and dust that created the Sun, while Earth became a cradle for life. Uranus became a monument to stillness, a planet frozen in both motion and mystery. Its pale glow in the darkness is a reminder of what space once was, a place of beginnings. The atmosphere of Uranus still hides secrets. Scientists have detected hydrogen sulfide, the gas that smells like rotten eggs, floating high among the methane clouds. It's a small discovery, but it reminds us that even here, every molecule tells a story. If you tried to land on Uranus, you would find nothing to stand on. There is no solid surface, no place to rest, only layers of gas and pressure so extreme that any spacecraft would be crushed long before reaching the core. It is a world that refuses to be touched, but it can be understood. Studying Uranus is not just about understanding one planet. It's a key to thousands of others, the ice giants that populate our galaxy, orbiting stars we've never seen. By decoding Uranus, we may one day understand the architecture of alien worlds far beyond our reach. Future missions are already being planned. NASA's Uranus orbiter and probe could orbit the planet, drop a descent craft through its atmosphere, and reveal its hidden layers. For the first time in history, we could watch lightning flash across alien clouds and record the whisper of distant winds. Astronomers dream of building an orbital observatory that will circle Uranus for years, measuring its weather, tracking its moons, and listening to its faint vibrations, the low hum of a planet breathing in the dark. Uranus shows us that not all beauty is warm. Some of it lies in the stillness, in the silence, in the cold blue glow of distant worlds. Perhaps among those endless clouds, something else exists, not life as we know it, but patterns of energy, magnetic flows that pulse like the heartbeat of the cosmos itself. Such ideas may sound like science fiction, yet they are the spark that drives science forward. To imagine is to explore, and Uranus invites us to imagine endlessly. By exploring this planet, we learn not only about space, but about ourselves. We learn humility, the understanding that the universe is vast, and we are small. We learn curiosity, that our desire to know is stronger than our fear of the unknown. And we learn wonder, that even in emptiness there is beauty. When we look at Uranus, We see not just a planet, but a question. What else is out there? What lies beyond what we can see? And what does our search for answers say about who we are? Once, Uranus was just a distant point of light through the glass lenses of 18th century telescopes. Now it is a world mapped, measured, and still, somehow, mysterious. Every generation looks at it anew and finds something different: reflection, discovery, inspiration. Humanity cannot stop reaching. We are creatures of curiosity. We search, we fall, we rise, and we search again. That is our nature, to seek meaning in the stars, to find light in the cold. Uranus reminds us that the universe does not exist to be understood. And that's what makes it worth exploring. It is a mystery that never ends. Maybe one day we will return, not as visitors, but as explorers. We'll send ships that dive through its atmosphere, measure its storms, and reveal its heart. And when that happens, we'll once again prove what it means to be human, to reach for the impossible. And when someone, centuries from now, looks through a telescope and sees a faint blue dot in the blackness, they will remember this was the place where humanity first learned that even the coldest worlds can inspire warmth. Every discovery begins with a question. Every question leads to another. That is how knowledge grows, endlessly, beautifully. When we look at Uranus, we see the reflection of our own spirit, quiet, patient, unbroken. In a universe of cold and darkness, we still search for light, and that light, we eventually realize, comes from within. Our descendants will travel farther than we can dream, to new worlds, beyond the boundaries of imagination. They will remember Uranus as one of the first steps into that infinite frontier. As long as there are eyes to look up and minds to wonder, the story of exploration will never end. We are the voice of the universe, learning to speak. And when the last spacecraft disappears beyond the horizon, past the shimmering blue glow of Uranus, one thing will remain: the eternal sense of awe. Because in discovering the universe, we are really discovering ourselves. We are not strangers here. We are the cosmos, looking back at itself. The universe is silent, yet within that silence lie all the answers. It speaks through light, through motion, through the soft glow of distant planets. Uranus remains far behind, spinning quietly in the dark. But its light still reaches us, a whisper from the past, a reminder of how far we've come, and how much farther we still can go. For humanity is not just an observer of the universe. Humanity is the universe, becoming aware of itself.